Welcome to Army Public School Tundaghat. This is Dr. Surya Pratap Singh, and today we are going to talk about Basics of Internet Part 2. The first topic is website. See, there are two things, website and web pages, which actually makes the content available over the internet. The collection of web pages on the World Wide Web, or simply the web, that is accessed by its own internet address is called a website. Thus, a website is collection of related web pages. Each website contains a home page and contains other additional pages. Each website is owned and updated by an individual company or an organization. Web is dynamically moving and changing entity. Today, websites generally change on a daily or even hourly basis. If we talk about components of website, the first thing is content of a web page. A web page of a website must contain the basic elements such as page title, URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator, file name, header, footer, navigation, and web page content are all part of to the composition of web page. That means these different components makes a web page. Second thing is website graphics. Website graphics allows use web graphics which have been optimized for optimum download speed, as the web hosting space affect the performance of a website. For example, the images that we might have on web pages is must be neat and clear, and at the same time it doesn't have much size, because every time if a user wants to open that website, if the contents are too large, so it is going to take large amount of data to open that web page, and large amount of data needs faster internet connection, and that is why we have to optimize it. Third one is heading of the site. The heading is in a website plays a crucial role, as they not only present a clear structure of web page to the audience and help the search engine to retrieve the required information. Fourth one is effective color contrast. As the website are used to retrieve the information related to specific purpose or a specific topic, it is very important to take care of presentation of the content of the website. That means you have heard about it. The first impression is the last impression. If we open a website and it is having too blurred colors or too dark shades, so that leads to unacceptance in user's mind. So the appearance, the color chosen must be light one or a user friendly and eye catching one. Now, if we talk about elements of website, the first thing is good visual design, about which we are talking earlier. A site must be appealing and if required must be professional. Your site reflect your company, your product and your services. Second thing is screen resolution. As we know that websites are displayed on the screen of electronic devices and every device has different resolution. Today the average web surfer uses a resolution of 1024 by 768 pixels. However, you need to make sure that your website looks good at this setting and must work nicely for the other resolutions too. For example, if we are using the same website on mobile phone devices, it looks different and if we try to use that website on computer or laptop, it looks different. So while designing the web pages and website, we have to keep in mind that it must look uniform and eye-catching in any of the platform, in any of the resolutions. Third thing is color scheme and text formatting to make the website presentable. Appropriate color scheme must be used. Always use 2 or 3 primary colors that reflect the purpose of your site. Add contrast color in your website which helps the user to easily read the text. For example, if the background we are using is red and we try to write something on top of it, that means on foreground, with the help of very light color like yellow, at that time it is very tough for the user to read. So we have to choose the color of our site so that the user can easily read the text and user can easily relate with it. Use fonts that are easy to read and available on most today's computer system. Keep the standard font size of for the paragraph text, that is between 10 to 12 pts. Insert meaningful graphics. Graphics are very important part of the web page or a website as they provide the site a legible and interactive appearance. However, don't use too many images, and that too with a high resolution. First, whenever user will try to download the website, it will take too long to download, and secondly, too many images with less text lose the interest of the customers. So we have to maintain an equilibrium between both of the things. Now, next thing is simplicity. To keep your site simple and allow for adequate white spaces, don't overload your site with complex design, animation or other effect to impress your viewers. Relevant content. Include relevant information along with the style to help the visitor to make decisions. Then after navigation, keep your site simple and well organized. Don't use fancy navigation bar in your website. Place all menu items at top of your site or above the fold on either side. Include site maps in your site to reduce the number of top level navigation items. Every component of your site should work quickly and correctly. Minimum scroll. That means while surfing the site for information, users do not like scrolling the page. They need to see all information on one screen. Even the search engine will reward you for this behavior. Then after consistent layout, always use a consistent layout in the whole website which will help you to remain the theme of the site. And last one is cross-platform browser compatibility. Today, most open source browsers are being used by the user. Create a website that should be platform independent. That means create a website that can work seamlessly on any web browser like Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Google Chrome, UC browser. On every platform, it can run seamlessly. Now, the next topic is construction of website. So we are going to talk about some steps that we have to take while constructing a website. The first thing is hosting. The first step in constructing a website is to decide about the web hosting provider of your site. There are several types of web hosting options you can choose from. The first one is free web host and second one is search a web hosting provider. Free web hosts are the web hosting servers that provide you free of cost service to host the web host on the web, but they offer a limited speed and limited space on the server. So most people want to go for free web hosting. One on the other hand, it is free, but on the other hand, you don't always get much space due to low bandwidth. So, next thing is search a web hosting provider. There are links to other sites for finding a good web host for your site. Step 2, domain name. So you can plan your website in two ways, using a domain name or without using a domain name. You can put a site on free hosting or even paid hosting plan. A domain name provides extra branding for your site and makes it easier for the people to remember the URL. Step 3, plan your website. After deciding the domain and URL, you can start planning your site. You need to decide the audience aimed. Select the topic of the site. Most websites are either news, information, product, reference site. Each has different focus. Fourth step, build your website page by page. That means web page by web page. Create different web pages and then combine them to form the website. And then publish your website. After the completion of design, now it is time to publish your website on the web. You can do this either with the help of tools using your web hosting service or FTP client. Next step is promote your website. There are many ways to promote your website, such as web search engine, word of mouth, email, and advertising. You build website web content so that it ranks well in commonly used search engine. And the last step is maintain your website. That means maintenance is the last step of constructing a site, which helps in keeping your website updated with the latest trend of the market. In order to keep your site going well and looking good, you need to test your site frequently. And you should also work on the content development on a regular basis. That means what? Suppose we have designed a news website and we have put some content on it and we do not update it. So after 1 or 2 days, the content that it might contain is a older one. So we have to keep on updating it by the new contents. Now, these are few software that can be used to design websites like Coffee Cup, free HTML editor, Notepad++, Page Breeze, Firebug, Bluefish editor, Brackets, Comjar, OpenBEXI, GIMP, and Blue Griffon. Now, moving forward, the next topic is web page. A web page, also known as electronic page, is part of the World Wide Web. It is just like a page in notebook. The basic unit of every website or document on the web is web page containing the information. That means web page is part of a website. A web page contains an article or a single paragraph, photographs, and it is usually a combination of text and graphics. Now, there are two types of web pages, static and dynamic web pages. First, we talk about it. A static web page, often called a flat page or a stationary page, is a web page that is delivered to the user exactly as stored. A static web page displays the same information for all users, such as versions are available and the server is configured to do so. Such web pages are suitable for the content that never or rarely needed to be updated. All HTML designed web pages are example of static web pages. A dynamic web page is a web page which need to be refreshed every time whenever it opens in any of the web browser to display the updated content on the site. So static web pages are those web pages whose content is not going to be updated, and dynamic web pages whose content is frequently updated. What makes a web page work? There are three things that makes a web page work. The server receives the request from a page sent by the browser. The browser connects to the server through an IP address. The IP address is obtained by translating the domain name. It is also known as domain name resolution, which we have discussed in earlier videos. In return, the server sends back the requested page to the user's browser. Now, difference between web page and website. A web page is one single page of information, while a website is made up of number of different web pages connected by links known as hyperlinks. Next topic is web browser. I think all of you are aware with it. A web browser is a software that lets you view web pages, graphics, and online content. Browser software is especially designed to convert HTML and XML into readable documents. The most popular web browsers are Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera, etc. Now, next topic is URL. URL is known as Uniform Resource Locator, or the web browser address of internet pages and files. It is the way to locate a file or document on the internet. The URL specifies the address of a file, and every file on the internet has a unique address. It works with IP address to give a name, location to web pages. Web servers such as your web browser uses the URL to retrieve a file from the computer on which it resides. Example is protocol colon double slash site address slash path slash file name. Here protocol which ends with double slash and colon, host computer which ends with web extensions such as .com, .org, .in, etc., and file name or web page name which displays the related information. For example, if we talk about an example, http colon double slash www.banks.com slash login slash password.html. Here http is protocol, www is host computer name, banks domain name, com domain type, slash login is path, and password.html is the file name. These are the assignment questions that you have to do